Okay, let's take a look at the weighting criteria files and how to set the various factors really for your style of handicapping. So anyway, let's go ahead and go into handicapping a race. We're going to use that same Delaware Park. First race is a sprint. And as the program is actually loading, notice there's already points established. And horses are initially picked. So in fact, even though no weighting factor file was selected, the program algorithms are running, and essentially you're looking at the computer picks based upon all of these weighting factors, but there's no weights to them. They all are equal, and they're really very small values. So anyway, those are the picks. Now, when you want to weigh the various factors, you come over here, weighting factor. Notice now you have these various criteria. These are the criteria that I have chosen that you could apply a various weight over one. In other words, one factor will have more effect than another. So if one factor is set at 1 and another one is set at 10, then the one that's set at 10 is 10 times more effective in the algorithm. Okay? Now, so let's go ahead and select a file. I have mine under handicap. CRI is the extension. And I'm going to go over here to Delaware Park, Delaware Sprint Dirt Fast. And that's what I'll use for this particular sprint. Now notice, as soon as the file is loaded, you can see now that the positions of the various factors are all now changed. And the number on top, all of these scales are from 0 to 100. So this particular criteria file has set these factors at these various numbers. So for example, the best speed is set at 82, power rating is set at 92, and so on. Notice career earnings, you're going to get points for having, the horses that have the better lifetime earnings will play out more than a horse that doesn't have the lifetime earnings. Notice you could set here different weights. If a horse has got 5 pounds more, or in this case less, you're going to get more points. If you're older, you're going to get more points. And notice there's right now 2 custom expression weighting factors, and I'll talk more about custom building expressions a little bit later. Anyway, you get an idea of what you got here. You can set the scrolls, let's say, to 1s. So now everything is set to 1, or you can turn off everything. But let's go back and load that file again. Okay, everybody's loaded. You hit return, and when you hit return, the program is actually running through all the algorithms and adjusting the picks based upon those weighted factors. And notice it's going to sort out on this all the points. Notice you have top 3. Many times the top horse will have the top 3, but in this case they didn't. This number 6 horse has got more points if you just look at the top 3 points. Okay, you got sums, you got jockey, and you got trainer on the main pick. Okay, so I wanted to show you the weighting factor file and how you would use it. And again, let's go back one more time. Again, you can make changes to this, but what you're going to find is under self-tuning. The self-tuning program will look for your best picks, and we'll be looking at that. And it'll make adjustments to a weighting factor file that you could save. So of course you can make changes. You can say, you know what, I don't want to look at last class. I want to turn that off. So now you've adjusted it. You would have to then save the file. Okay. You can give it a new name. So if you want to make a copy, just give it a new name. You can put a description down here. But again, you can make changes here, hit return, and see what kind of outcome it would actually have. Okay? And that's how this is going to work.